my left, to my right, in the center, everybody. I have a question for you. All right, folks, want to kind of get into the groove and clap your hands. Can you feel it? I can. We're going to open up the wedding party. Maria, come on in. Let's give a round of applause. And the grandmother of our groom, Patsy, come on. They started it. It's all there. And Kristen, come on in. Folks, our first dance. Everybody say, ah.
We gotta get our country guitar.
Don't move.
Ooh.
It's coming.
Water towers are made for hearts and names. Friday nights are made for football games. Fallen leaves are made for falling in. Front porch steps are made for good night kissing. And I was made for you. Yeah, I was made for you. Like a ship without a sea, or a song without a melody. I don't know where I'd be or what I'd do, 'cause I was made for you. Tiny shoes are made for tiny feet. My two arms are made for where you sleep. Sky was made for the moon and stars. You were made to steal my heart, and I was made for you. Yeah, I was made for you.
Fantastic.
Till now
We weren't sure if we were going to be able to gather or what we would be allowed to do, but we're all here tonight. So on behalf of Caroline and Blake, Curtis and Christian, and Maurice and I, first we'd like to welcome everybody here and thank you so much for coming here and celebrating with us tonight. Honestly, I didn't prepare anything because I'm not that guy. It's kind of how I got through college. But I was thinking about it. Walking Caroline down the aisle today was, well, it was one of the most difficult things I had to do. But Caroline, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful. You are the most beautiful bride I've ever seen. Also, there's a lot of my boys here tonight that were counting on me to cry. And I know that they want to record it so they can embarrass me and humiliate me for the rest of my life. But the funny thing was, as I was walking Caroline down the aisle, you guys were all crying. I mean, some of you, Johnny Owens, come on, dude, get it together. But all my boys, they've known Caroline since she's a baby. They love her to death. And I'm glad all of you all are here tonight. I'm not going to drag this out and make it a sad speech because tonight's happy. This is an awesome night. Listen, my daughter Caroline, you have quietly been a rock star in everything that you've done. High school, college, my gosh, you've performed in front of 100,000 screaming Gator fans as a dazzler. You graduated with honors, you got a doctorate degree in audiology. My new son-in-law, Blake, this guy's an engineer. He's amazing. Listen, here's how I can sum up Blake. All of you that have daughters, I only hope and pray that your daughters find a guy like Blake. And spend 10 minutes with his family and you'll find out just exactly why he's such a good guy. Comes from good stock. Curtis and Christian, well done. So let's tell you what, let's raise our glasses to Caroline and Blake. There is a tremendous amount of love in this room, and it's all for you two. I think I speak for everybody. We just want to wish you the best of health, happiness, congratulations, and go Gators.
Well, I have a lot written down. I don't know if I can follow that. So I want to start first and foremost by saying, hey, I'm Chris. I would like to recognize the Flints and say thank you for hosting such an amazing wedding. And not only that, but having such a beautiful daughter. To Wagners, I love all of you. You've been such a great family throughout my friendship with Blake, and I truly am so appreciative of you guys. Thank you for having an okay son compared to me. So, I met Blake, weirdly enough, almost a decade ago, freshman year of college. When he finally decided to talk to me freshman year, we quickly became friends, and from there, we grew a large group of friends that became quickly inseparable. More often than not, you would see at least one of us, but you knew shortly thereafter, we were all there. We learned very quickly that Blake was not only a very smart and pragmatic guy, but he was, kind of quiet. He didn't like a ton of attention, but we loved that about him because he made everybody better around him for it. So, that next spring, that took us to spring, we went into the summer, and then into the fall. We all hung out. Shortly thereafter, in the next spring, I met my girlfriend, now wife, and our two groups of friends quickly began to hang out. And really, a lot. Like, everything. So, we sat there, and Blake pulled us aside and said, hey, that Caroline girl from Ashley's group of friends, I really enjoy hanging out with her. I think she's cute. I think she's smart. I'd really like to get to know her. That being said, it only took him a year to talk to her. But we had a toga party one year, and a friend, I won't mention who, said that I don't think this is going to happen because Blake does not speak words. That being said, I think much like the Michael Jordan documentary, he took that personally. He then very quickly, upon the next date function, decided, you know what, I'm going to invite her. So he invited her. And I think it really sat with him because not only did he over-prepare, he listed 100 questions in his phone of conversation topics to avoid a lack of communication. That being said, I will say I think my favorite one was, what is your favorite store in the mall? I have absolutely no idea what he said that night after that, but it obviously went well because we are all currently here. So, that being said, so Ashley and I, right before our marriage, we read a book, and we also gave it to Caroline and Blake, called The Meaning of Marriage by Tim and Kathy Keller. In that book, Tim said, when over the years someone has sent you or seen you at your worst and knows you with all your strengths and flaws, yet commits to him or herself to you wholly, is a consummate experience. To be loved but not known is comforting, but superficial. To be known and not loved is our greatest fear. But to be fully known and truly loved is, well, a lot like being loved by God. It is what we need more than anything. It liberates us from pretense, humbles us out of our own self-righteousness, and fortifies us for any difficulty life can throw at us. So seeing Caroline and Blake throughout the relationship, I definitely know this to be true in this. Not only are they perfect complements to each other, but they're always pushing each other to be perfect and better versions of themselves each and every day. Caroline, that being said, I hope that you can continue to make Blake a better person, specifically through spending and splurging 30 extra cents on Heinz ketchup, so that we can all enjoy it. So, specifically for you guys, I really want you to take this moment and look at everybody else. Please savor this. Everybody here is here to celebrate you and your great step forward in your relationship, in marriage. But, that being said, your wedding day is not going to be your best day of your life. Each day after today, you'll get to wake up next to each other and enjoy that all life has to offer in that marriage and what you will be doing in marriage. The best is yet to come. Cheers to you guys.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie. I'm Lauren. I'm Rachel. So about a month ago, I was like, guys, I want to start working on this speech. About 2 weeks ago, I called Allie and Rachel and said, maybe we should start working on this speech. Yeah, and then last night at the rehearsal dinner, I looked at the girls and was like, guys, we really gotta get started on this speech. So this morning, when I was getting her hair done, we finished the speech. Kidding, nobody. Okay. Growing up in a big family, we have many cousins. So instead of having a bunch of childhood best friends, we had each other. The four of us grew up together, and I'm so very grateful we did not grow apart. From sleepovers to dance recitals, we always had weekend plans, rotating them house to house. I think my favorite memory of the four of us is when we used to play dress up in all of our dance recital costumes. We were in lots of dance recitals, but I think the best ones we had were the ones we created ourselves.
The four of us always had each other's back. Even though Caroline is younger than me, she always supported me in all that I did. She helped me make a high school cheer team by teaching me what an end zone is, or a goal line, who's to say. She did not leave until I was ready to go. I was able to return the favor and help Caroline and her cheer team learn a new routine so they could win their competition. Caroline was and is so talented, and it was a pleasure throughout high school and college to continue to watch her dance.
Being the youngest of the girls, I always looked up to Caroline in so many ways. She accomplished so much, and whether she knows it or not, she was always such a great role model to me. One of my fondest memories with Caroline was when I helped her move into her dorm at UF.
It was such a big moment for her, and I was so glad I got to be there to watch her start her journey in Gainesville. Little did we know that this journey would lead to Blake.
Caroline, of course, accomplished a lot in Gainesville, but I think we can all agree the best thing to come out of UF was Blake. It is such a joy to see how happy Blake makes Caroline and how well he treats her. He always knows exactly what she needs, whether it's a glass of wine or maybe a Benadryl, we don't know.
I knew Blake was a good fit for Caroline after seeing him interact with our family. Not everyone can handle the craziness that is the Bearsville family. There's a lot of us. But Blake not only accepted it, he embraced it. He genuinely cares about our family and probably knows our family tree better than we do. He practiced. To Caroline and Blake, I've never seen two people that fit so well in each other's lives. It's hard to imagine a time when you weren't Caroline and Blake. We all can't wait to see the life you both build together. The love you share for one another is beautiful and will only grow from here.
So everyone, please join us in raising your glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Quick pause. To the new Mr. and Mrs. Blake Wagner. Congratulations, we love you both so much.
She spins and she sways to whatever someplace without a care in the world. I'm sitting here wearing the weight of the world on my shoulders. It's been a long day and there's still work to do. She's pulling at me saying that I need you. There's a ball at the castle and I've been invited, and I need to practice my dancing. Oh please, Daddy, please. So I dance with Cinderella while she's here in my arms. 'Cause I know some prince never knew. Oh, I dance with Cinderella. I don't wanna miss even one song. 'Cause all too soon the clock will strike midnight, and she'll be gone. She says he's a nice guy and I'd be impressed. She wants to know if I approve of the dress. She says that prom is just 1 week away, and I need to practice my dancing. So please, Daddy, please. So I
Step